Um, since realizing how it seems expensive to heal uh, from narcissistic abuse, it seems expensive. Uh, so I think I'm just gonna like coach myself through my own videos um, for free, basically. Um, because I was around these entities enough to understand uh, the opponent. You know what I mean? Um, uh, right now, I feel like I'm grieving, like the death of my family, um, or the false selves that I thought they were, the fake family. Like I'm grieving that loss. I think, um, even though those false selves aren't them, like I'm grieving those false characters. Uh, that I was around all the time. Uh, because I did have a funeral for him, like a, a burning ritual funeral, I guess you could say. Um, but yeah, like I just noticed over time that like um, everyone's just trying to make money off people's pain. It seems like, and it is a painful, very painful road, even after uh, you escape and you even after no contact, it's still a painful uh, road and a hard road, uh, for sure. That I don't even know if the fully healed life is even worth it. You know what I mean? Because of how expensive it is to heal. It seems just so expensive, just like religion is so expensive to get God's approval. You gotta give all this money to churches, to get God's approval, to get into heaven. It's just so expensive. God just can't love you just as you are. You have to pay money. But it's just, I don't know. I just don't feel like you should have to pay so much money uh to get out of a mess that God placed you in the first place. Like deliberately placed you with psychopaths as parents or narcissists without you knowing what they are, what they were, you don't know what the hell's going on. You just know they can't feel love. You know that there's something not right with them, but you know how hard it is to get away from them, because of how controlling they are. They're control freaks to the maximum. Like they define control freak, and they're dangerous, you know. And so you're just playing nice with them so you don't get killed, basically, is how it feels. It's just like, please don't kill me, please don't kill me, when you're around them all, for that long. And it's just, I just feel like there should be like an instant healing, like after you're you're done with it, you know what I mean? Like Christ should come down and heal you instantly for all that bullshit that you're placed in, but he doesn't. He doesn't come down and a free healing. No, not free. You have to go through all these programs, got to get all this coaching, you got to and they do help. The programs do help, and the coaching does help, but and counseling helps, but like it just gets, you know, just seems expensive to like to to just heal, and just be, it's like why isn't the truth for free? Why do I have to pay money? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just that kind of a feeling. So I'm gonna try to coach myself, because I don't have the money for uh coaching right now. I don't have the money for the more expensive programs to heal. I don't have uh the money, and I'm being blunt. I don't. So I'm just like, can I heal myself? Like someone that I was paying money to help me with said, you have the power to heal yourself. So I was like, all right, so I don't really need to see you anymore, you know? I guess I'll heal myself now, you know what I mean? And I have improved a lot just by putting it on me, putting all the healing onto me just by myself. I have improved a lot doing that. I'll admit that. Like, just saying fuck all the programs, fuck everybody, And I'm like, all right, maybe I don't need to pay money, maybe I don't need to pay all this money to get better, or, you know what I mean? Or, because I really want to get better so I can be more able to handle these type of individuals in public, you know what I mean? That's the main reason, is I want to be confident enough to handle these entities right off the bat and deflect them, you know what I mean? Spot them out, deflect them, so I don't have to deal with them, I don't have to be attached to them, and, so I can actually live a real life, some kind of real life. I don't even know what real life is. Besides being attached to psychopaths, I don't know what a real life is. That's all I've known. Besides a few solid friends, uh, who have their own lives now, uh, I've been dealing with psychopaths the rest of the time, straight up, straight up. So that's what I was very used to, and that's what I always saw on television. I saw psychopaths, so I thought that was the normal, because a lot of people you see on television are psychopaths, and they're trying to make you think that the robotic way is normal. You know what I mean? Um, they're trying to make it normalized, because you see it so much on television. You see these narcissists, psychopaths on television so much, you think that's the normal uh, way to be. But, you think that's human, but it's not. Um, anyways, yeah, I just think I'll coach myself for now, because that's all I can afford right now, Um, so hopefully my videos are good enough to coach me. Hopefully. Hopefully I know enough now. Hopefully. I think the key now is to focus on self totally, be consistent on self-care, really get that in my head, constant self-care, uh, because that's something I'm not used to, is taking care of myself full time, just every day, taking care of all the things, and that's what I gotta get used to, taking care of everything, uh, so, uh, yeah, anyways, I know how hard the road is, and I know it's kind of frustrating to have to pay money to get better, you know what I mean? Like, expensive. um, I do know how frustrating it is, so that's all I'm saying is today I'm just like, fuck it. Fuck it. I'll just get myself better. I'll just through my own videos, I'll get myself better for free, you know. Why does God need a buck? You know what I mean? He says he suffered the same as me. Why? Let's heal me. You suffered the same as me. Why do I need to buy these programs? You know what I mean? Prove it. That's what I say. Should be easy for God to heal me all the way if he suffered the same as me. Seems like he has so far, but I never get too overconfident when it comes to God coming through. Mainly because of a lot of years of my life being around these psychopaths and no defending of myself. So I'm just like, okay, I'll kind of trust God a little bit. I acknowledge some help here or there, but like, I don't trust you fully based on certain events. I don't trust you fully based on certain events that happened to me, that definitely happened to me. So yeah, as far as fully trusting God totally, I admit it's not there, I don't claim Christianity. I don't claim any of that, I'm just like, why would I claim someone that watched my abuse? You know what I mean? It's almost like I'm claiming the narcissist as a savior, What's the difference between the abuser and the one that watches the abuse? You tell me. Who's worse? God for watching the abuse or the abuser? That's the conflict in my head. That's always the conflict in my head. But I am tired of being abused and messed with. I can tell you that much. I'm tired of being fucked with in life. All across the board. I mean, all across the board. So, yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I just know it's a frustrating road, and I understand how frustrating it is, and you're just like, in my case, I thought I didn't have a chance at life, a real life. I just thought it was just gonna end in a death, my death, and it was close calls, you know what I mean? Like, how do you get a life when you don't trust God at all? You don't trust God at all, so that counts him out. You don't trust your family at all, that counts them out. You don't trust society at all, that counts them out. So all you're left with is like nothing, You just like, you have to trust yourself for real. And you have to say, all these people were full of shit. And you just gotta be like, fuck it, I was lied to from the beginning, They tried to control me from the beginning in every aspect, from religion to family to school to government, everything. You know what I mean? They're just a bunch of control freaks, and it's just everybody's just turning into them, because of it. They just want to control. They're just control freaks, like they're their master. Is anybody out there that's not a control freak? Is anybody out there, that isn't a control freak, that doesn't want to control me, that doesn't want to, you know what I'm saying? Is there anybody left? Is there anybody left that's not a control freak? Is God a control freak? I don't know. Maybe, you know. Did they get him too? You know. Anyways, I'm just saying that I'm going to coach myself. It's going to be a long road. So I'm going to coach myself because you have seen maybe the most shit. You right there, Adam. I've seen the most shit, I think. Not totally certain, but I've seen the psychopaths in action. I've seen them in action for decades. I've seen them in action, so that's got to count for something. You know, uh, that's got to count for something. Like, that's in the old memory bank. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't all in vain. It was not all in vain. It was not all in vain. Being around these entities. So, yeah. Anyways, I heard that I heard recently that Richard Granin finally stepped away from the narcissist abuse community, which I think is great because he was a narcissist, obviously. To me, I mean, he acted just like my father, who was a narcissist. You know, the mannerisms. So why is he messing with the narc abuse community? Why is he messing with us? Shaming the victims and stuff like that. Saying that the victims are the problem. You know what I mean? Get the hell out of here. I'm glad he's gone. Freaking A. I think, I mean, the victim does have to do their own work, though. I agree with that, but you shouldn't be shaming them and, like, making fun of them. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be making fun of them. This isn't a funny, topic. It's not a funny experience for the victim. It's not a joke. It's not a fucking joke. Like, it was so bad that I thought it was a cruel joke on me from God. It was so bad I thought God was playing a cruel joke on me. Like, fuck you, Adam. You know what I mean? That's how fucking bad it was. Like, so I don't want to hear people shaming the victims. Fuck that shit, dude. I mean, you're around fucking expert psychopaths. Expert psychopaths, you know, been practicing their fucking craft for decades, pretending constantly. You know what I mean? You're up against an insane opponent, in my opinion. So, if any, like, I'm surprised that anybody escapes successfully. I was surprised that people actually got away from these individuals successfully. When I saw it on YouTube, I'm like, holy shit, someone actually survived and got away, like, legitimately. But that was actually born into a family of two narcissists that actually survived and got away. That actually surprised me because I didn't think there was any chance to get away. You know what I mean? They break you down so badly, on every level. And so I didn't think there was any chance. So when I saw people that got away, like, I was like, holy shit. Someone actually survived this shit and got away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was actually shocked. And so, like, they made me feel like it was possible, you know? So, anyways, like when I first saw Narc Survivor's channel, I'm like, holy shit. Someone actually understands this opponent, like, really well, you know? And is exposing this opponent. like they've actually been in my shoes. You know what I mean? I'm like, holy shit. Like I couldn't believe it. Like someone actually knows what's going on. You know what I mean? So anyways, yeah. If if my videos help somebody out there, then that's just an extra bonus. Like I know I have some subscribers, but the channel was mainly meant for me. Coming out of a cult, you know what I'm saying? Like healing at I was just copying another person that I admired that got out of the cult, you know, that said making videos was the best thing he's ever done to get better. So I was just copying that guy, Sir David the Bard, you know, I was just copying him, you know, because I was envious of him, you know, he was happy, you know, and I wanted to be happy again. And like, so I started making videos because of him, you know, after resigning from a cult, you know, and so that was the main reason I started videos was that my own healing, you know, because it's a hard road. It's a lonely road. A lonely and hard road because most people just go with the psychopaths, you know. Most people just go with the flow and just go with the herd of the psychopaths in religion. You know, they all gather together in religion. You know, most people just submit to the psychopaths, you know, and they're like, I know how lonely the road is outside of uh when you're exiled from a religion, you know. I know how hard it is when you're the exile, you know, of a religion and exile of your family. You know, I know how hard that road is, especially at the beginning. But uh yeah. Uh anyways, I hope you guys are doing good out there wherever you are, but today I was just like I'm doing a program right now. It's pretty I think it's pretty useful, but it's not one of the more expensive programs. But after narcissist abuse, but um I'm doing it, but I've only been coached a few times and it is helpful, but I just don't have the money for it, you know what I'm saying? Like so I'm just like fuck it. I'll just coach myself, you know, uh with my own videos and just if it helps somebody else then that's cool, but uh I know this is going to be a hard road. Like I'm grieving the death of my parents and their bodies are still going out there. They're still going out there and I'm grieving their death, you know, and my sister's death, you know, cuz they're pretty much narcissist flying monkeys that were like silent witnesses, you know, that didn't stand up for me. And so I'm grieving their deaths, the whole family's deaths, you know, right now and they're still going out there, you know. Their oil's pumping through their veins. They're still going, you know, through through the motions. Uh, but my younger sister might have hope because she wasn't really the golden child, so I don't know. But I had to cut her off too because I knew she'd be used against me, to get to me, uh, from the parents, because they know I had a good, out of the family, I had the best relationship with her out of anybody, and they know that, and I know that she'll be used against me, you know. So I had to cut her off too, which sucked. It does suck, you know, because she wasn't the golden child, you know, really. Um, but oh well, it's too dangerous, you know. Like I don't want her to be used as a pawn against me. I don't want to be used a pawn, you know, in their game, you know. I'm tired of feeling like I'm in their game, you know, and manipulated. I'm tired of it, like I'm some kind of puppet, you know. I'm tired of that puppet shit, you know. And so, cutting the strings, you know what I'm saying? Like, cutting the strings, cutting the emotional tie, you know. Uh, how, you know, just, it's hard. but because I don't really, I'm too afraid to like gain new friendships, you know, like because I've tried to gain new friendships uh after leaving the cult, and they turned out to be narcissists and a sociopath. And so I'm not very good at picking friends, you know, because I'm so used to the being around the psychopath or the sociopath. I'm so used to that because they're like drawn to me like a magnet, like I'm an easy target for them, you know. And so I gotta like say to myself, these aren't gonna be real friends. They can't feel empathy, you know. They're just pretending, they're just acting, and so they just want to use me, you know. So I gotta be really stern about that, you know. I can't just be friends with all the cluster bees, you know what I mean? It's not good for me. It's never been good for me, you know. So being by yourself is still better than being around a cluster bee individual. It is. Uh, Long term, well, short term too. But you know, just because you're alone, don't just go being friends with anybody. You know, like I did. You know, I was too open to friendships. With it, I would after exiting a cult. You know, like I didn't know how to pick good friends and do the interview. You know, so anyways, I'll just end this video here because it's kind of getting dark, and that's all I wanted to say for now. So I'll talk to you guys later.